Alright, morning everyone. And it definitely is morning, it's pretty early. Probably just gone 6 o'clock. So I'm on the gravel bike today. First ride. Definitely needs some adjusting. It's a little bit too close, the handlebars are a bit too close to me. So I can definitely adjust it. But as they go further away, they're going to go down, which is okay, because they're actually a little bit too high as well. So that's not too bad. Definitely fixable. And I think the seat needs lifting up at the front a bit. Just because I'm not sitting on the same angle that I was previously with the drop bars. So I went for a ride yesterday on the e-bike because it was fully charged. It has been for about 3 or 4 days. So I just wanted to get it out and just use that charge up. I charged it up, but I never ended up going for a ride when I wanted to. So, and I'm not going to get a chance this weekend, so thought I better use it. So recorded 59 or hour long video, just shooting the breeze pretty much, just talking rubbish. Come back, edited it, and then lost all the footage again. So a bit disappointing, but it was alright. Wasn't really a meaningful video at all. So yeah, the reason I lost the footage is because I've just done I was talking about it in the video, I just did a reinstall of Windows on my computer that's about 5 years old. I don't think I've done one before, and it's starting to get a bit slow, but not, it's a bit funny. It would edit videos like a champ, fast for that, like real power hungry stuff, no worries. But you could just be browsing the internet, Google Chrome. I only ever use Google Chrome, but I downloaded Microsoft Edge just to see if it was a Google Chrome issue, and it does exactly the same thing. And what it is if you have like 5, 6, 7 tabs open in Chrome or Edge, because now I've tried both, it just doesn't like it. And if I've got it set up on my mouse so that if you tilt the scroll wheel left or right, that's your tab over kind of thing, next tab thing. It's like a macro. So yeah, I don't know what's going on there. And what it would do would just stall. You'd get on one tab, you click the button and it wouldn't change, so you click it again thinking that you misclicked it, and then it'll change 2 tabs, and then it wouldn't do it on the next tab. You go back to that tab that it stored on and it would do it on that one. Bit funny. Also, I've got 2 screens as well, and if you try and pick up a Chrome web browser, like the whole window, you pick that up and try and change it to the other screen, it just won't let you do it. It'll just stall. So you have to wait maybe 5-10 seconds, let it catch up, and then you can pick it up and drag it. It was only in Chrome, and then it started doing it in Edge when I downloaded Edge just to double check. So I don't know what was going on. So rather than just reinstall, everyone's got their Christmas decorations up. Just here, this house goes all out. Yeah, so rather than just reinstall Chrome, because I thought that might not fix it, because I've just put a fresh copy of Edge on and it's doing the same thing. So I just did backed everything up that I wanted to keep, which is not a lot, and then did a full reinstall of Windows. But I didn't do it from using Windows that was on my machine. I did it by using the new version that gets downloaded. There's an option that you can click. So I did that, and also did I chose not to keep any of my documents or anything like that because I already had them backed up. and then also opted for the full wipe and clean of the hard drive rather than just a do-over. Actually clean the hard drive off as well. Took about 2 hours, but it's all working good now, so I don't know what the issue was, but Chrome is working like anything now, so it's good. Can't say on Microsoft Edge because I don't use it, but yeah, Chrome's working. No worries, you can drag it around the screens, you can change tabs quickly, so yeah, no worries now, so that's good. But yeah, that's why I lost the footage, because fresh reinstall of Windows, every time I started dragging some stuff back over from my backup to redo the thing, it was going into OneDrive, and then about the time I was dragging around the edited video from yesterday, it said that OneDrive was full. So I clicked on the OneDrive icon on the left in File Explorer, deleted everything out of it, thinking that will just delete the stuff that's in OneDrive, and then I turned off all backups and everything, deleted all files, and then they're gone from my computer as well. So I thought that was a bit strange that it would do that, but it doesn't matter. I had everything backed up. The only thing I lost was the footage of that ride, so I didn't lose anything else, luckily. Yeah. Well, this is a lot more work on this bike than the e-bike, that's for sure. I know you're still getting a workout on the e-bike, but nowhere near as much as a normal bike. There's just no option for rest on this bike. That's the thing. Yeah. Talking about bikes, I've got the exercise bike up and running, and I've got it working. I was going to use MyWhoosh, but yeah, it's just way too many crashes and stalling and losing data. I think it's a fairly new program, so I might give it a couple years and go back to it maybe later. But I've come across an app called Kinomat, and MyWhoosh is like an arcade style graphics, with a cartoon rider. It looks pretty good, it looks pretty realistic, but Kinomat is just footage like pretty much what you're watching right now, just real life HD footage, and users of the app upload data, upload their video, and then they also upload their GPS data, and the program kind of squashes them all together, and that's how you get your ride that anyone from around the world can then go and ride the same ride you were on. And the graphics are really good, so I'm going to keep using that. Had to pay for it, but got it on Black Friday deals. Got it for $100 for the year, so I thought that was all right. So yeah, happy with that. That's working well. Been using that every day. And then after the ride yesterday, I had to give the dogs a bath and a clip, because I don't know what it is, but in summer their fur just grows really long quickly as well. So yeah, chucked them up in the bath, gave them a bath, and then I made a table. I think I did a video on it, and it's kind of a folding table that's stuck to the top of a bench, and I can't remember the exact dimensions, but let's say the bench underneath is 600mm long. This table I've got is foldable table, is 1200mm long, so 600 of it is mounted, and then it just flops down the side, and then when you want it, you lift it up, and I made some little things and it clicks in, so now you've got a 1200mm table long, but it's only supported on one side by the 600mm bench. So not bad. I'll put some bricks down the bottom of it, put a few things in it, and it's fairly stable. But I had the dogs on it yesterday, and the little one just does not sit still when he's getting a haircut. Just hates it. He'll get used to it because the other one used to be exactly the same, but he'll get used to it eventually. But yeah, I turned around just to change the clippers, the blades on the clippers, and all of a sudden he's on the end of on the bad end of the table, and yeah, and the table's starting to lift up on the other side and starting to go over, and I just caught him, just managed to like swoop him and swipe him back onto the table so that the balance point comes back. So I thought, that's not on, they're going to hurt themselves doing that. So I jumped on eBay. Well, I jumped on Marketplace first and see if anyone's selling stainless steel benches, because what I really want to do is get rid of that thing that I made, because it's just dangerous and it's plastic and it just doesn't work very well. So that's going to go in the bin. I've got an old sawhorse kind of thing out there that I use for cutting wood and painting and stuff like that, stuff I don't want to do in the shed, but it's only little, so it's not really big enough. But I want to get rid of that because I've had that for probably near on 15 years. It's starting to rust, it's not very stable, so yeah, I want to get rid of that. So what I did was I bought a 1500 mil, so 1.5 meter, what's that, about 5 foot, 6 foot's 2 meters, so yeah, about 5 foot, 4 foot's 1 meter, so let's say 5 foot, something around there, I don't know, but yeah, 1.5 meter, and stainless steel bench from eBay. So I was looking on Marketplace, they went about $400, say, with cart, because I want it on wheels, I want to be able to move it around. So I thought I'd jump on eBay, but thinking that postage is going to kill it. But yeah, jumped on eBay and ended up picking it up for $280 for a 1.5 long, 600 mil wide, 1 meter high, on casters. Thing can take 200 kilo, I think it said. There's no way I'm ever going to put that on there. So pretty sturdy. It's got like another bench at the bottom, like a shelf at the bottom to put stuff on. So plenty of room. So yeah, that's on its way. That should get here before Christmas. So that'll be good. And then that way I can work on that. What I'm thinking of doing actually is buying a bit of marine ply, something that doesn't mind getting wet, because it is going to get wet out there. So yeah, something that doesn't mind getting wet, and using that as a bench top just to protect it. And it doesn't have to be thick, but just something a little bit solid, and yeah, that doesn't mind getting wet. That's why I went stainless steel, because it's going to be outside, so that should work good. Then I was thinking I could cut a hole in the top, because it's got plenty of room, and put like a laundry trough in there, stainless steel, and then use that to wash the dogs in. So rather than that plastic thing that I've got, that would work out pretty good too. So that was another option. But to option the sink out with a sink in it, to option the bench with the sink already in it, was coming up near $500 to $700. So I thought, I'll leave it for now. If I want to do it, I'll do it later. Just whip out the angle grinder and cut some holes in it. But yeah, but I'll keep that plastic tub that I've got for now. That's working all right. The only thing I don't like about it is it doesn't drain very well. It has to fill up a certain amount before any water starts coming out, so there's always standing water in it, so that's a bit annoying, but that's okay, that's all right. I'll put up with it. I've had it for about 6 months now, and it seems to be working, so we'll just leave it for now, and then if it pisses me off too much, I'll just change it over. Oh, and I also found, it's featured in a few videos, is my Azido driver, 18 volt drill driver. Well, it's not a drill, it's just a driver with a 1/4 inch adapter thing, and you can put whatever you want, whether you want to put screwdriver bits or sockets or whatever. Yeah, so got that, yeah, like I said in a few videos, that really doesn't, well, it's really good. It's too good. It's way too powerful. If you're a mechanic, you're hanging off wheel nuts and, you know, just heavy duty stuff and good quality, what's the name, strength steel or whatever it is, stainless steel, or even I can't remember, high tensile steel bolts and stuff like that, then yeah, that's really good, that thing. If you're building a deck or something, yep, sweet. But I'm not building decks and I'm not hanging off massive wheel nuts and stuff like that, and most of the stuff I work with is, you know, just like Play-Doh screws from Bunnings and things like that. So it's got a little bit too much power. So but I wouldn't get rid of it, because I do need that amount of power sometimes, but not all the time. And it's not adjustable. If you could adjust it, like drop it to half of it's 180 Newton meters. So if you could drop it to half, that'd be the best gun you'd ever buy, but you can't. So I found somebody told me in the comments actually that Tool Pro is a brand of Super Cheap Auto. I'm pretty sure you can only buy it at Super Cheap Auto. Budget, well, not budget, it is good quality stuff. They sell tools and torque wrenches and everything. So OBD2 scanners, which I also bought as well, they sell everything. But I'm pretty sure it's just Super Cheap Auto stuff. But yeah, so I found, he was telling me that there's a 12 volt drill driver and it's got 80 Newton meters of torque. So I've been keeping an eye out on it, because they wanted $50 skin only for it. And then it was another $58 for the battery and charger, which is still not a bad deal. But I thought I'll hang on to it because Christmas is coming, so might get a bit of a bargain on it. So we'll see what happens. So yeah, waited, and then the other day I checked it and they wanted $39 for it, which is only $10 off, I suppose. And then I had to pay $10 in shipping, so it really didn't save much. It wasn't at any of my local Super Cheap Auto stores, so I couldn't just go and click and collect or pick it up for $39. So I had to get it delivered, but while I was there I got some other stuff delivered as well, so all good. So yeah, got that, the battery and the charger. I also got 2 litres of car washing shampoo. I was talking about it I think when I was cleaning those new outdoor blinds, I was talking about it. So yeah, that's Bowden's own Nanolicious. They had it on special. They had 2 litres for $50, so pick that up. What else did I get? Oh, and the OBD2 scanner, because I don't have any diagnostic equipment for my new car, or the 2 new cars that we got. Or not that they're brand new, but they're newish cars. My other car's 1975, so that's screwdriver and a timing light pretty much, and you can muck around with that. But these new cars, you need these scanners to figure out if anything's going wrong with them. So the little Hyundai's going fine, but the Commodore, I'm not 100% sure yet, but I think the aircon's not blowing cold air as it should. It's still fairly cold, but it's not cold as it should be. But I think I'm overthinking it, and there's probably nothing wrong with it. So I have to check a few things. But I was talking to my dad, because he's a mechanic. He's just come back from holidays. He's got a really fancy OBD2 scanner, but he doesn't have it on him because he had to put his van in when he went on holidays, because they don't let him keep the van at home if they're on holidays, just in case someone breaks in and steals the tools. So he's got to leave it at the yard, which is a secured yard and everything. So yeah, he's I think he's back at work on Monday, so he said come now. Oh, I've got to go over here now. Yeah, so he said don't do anything yet, because chances are it's probably not the aircon, because it's a 2016 car. So yeah, chances are it's not the aircon losing gas. I have been reading, and apparently it's a common thing on these Commodores. I got a hose that's in a bit of a wrong spot. I can't really get up that street. Oh well. I'll go this way. If I had my electric bike, I'd go up there, but not with this one. There's a big hill up there. So yeah, he said just sit on it for a bit, and we'll plug it up to the scanner and see what it's saying, because he reckons it could even be as simple as a flat battery, or a battery that's on its way out, because if when you crank the car, if the car doesn't see a certain amount of volts, or if it drops too low when you're cranking because the battery's on its way out, the aircon doesn't actually switch on properly because there's not enough volts for it. And that's when it does the test. It doesn't do the test after, it does it while it's cranking. So he said it could be that. Could be a blend door, which is the little vent flap that what's the name? So if you type in 26 degrees, this door moves so that it mixes hot and cold air to 26 degrees. So I don't think it's that though, because I am getting cold air out of it, but the blend door might be stuck open and letting hot air in when it shouldn't. So he said, you know, just leave it, we'll suss it out. So I lifted the bonnet the other day, found the relay and the fuse for the aircon, and I pulled that out, let it sit for 5 minutes and then put it back in, and it seemed to go cooler. But again, I should be testing stuff with a thermometer. I'm just putting my fingers in front of it and saying yay or nay. So yeah, that'll be a fun job if the whole dash has to come out apparently to fix the blend door. That'll be fun. But yeah, I won't be doing that. I'll be sending that somewhere to do. All right, we'll start heading back now. Bit of Cypress Hill first thing on a Saturday morning, that'll get you going. Oh yeah, after that ride yesterday, it was pretty, I did the old sign-off video, little clip at the end, still had a little bit to get to home. And this lady, I was kind of already in the roundabout, and this lady just went straight through it like I was invisible and almost got me back tyre, and gave her a mouthful. Didn't even say sorry. She was looking right at me too, but didn't even say sorry or anything. So yeah, a bit disappointing. But look, I don't want to go this way because I know you can see that hill there. There's a bigger one around the corner. So I'm going to get on the road. Yeah, that kind of spoiled the whole ride, and then I lost all the footage and should have just stayed home. But yeah, that was the closest call I've ever had on a bike, getting cleaned up like that. I was probably about 10 houses from being home after doing 40 k's. So yeah, not fun. Bit cloudy today, so I've got to get home because 8:30 we're going to be in North Perth, which is probably 15 k's from my 15 20 minutes away from my place, back towards the city, because we've got to take the little one, Dexter. He's got to go to the vet. He had his ball removal operation, if I can say that, about a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago, and we've just noticed where they did it, there's like a little, feels like a bit of wire, or I don't know what it is, or a bit of like fishing line, like one of the stitches. Just hasn't dissolved, because I'm pretty sure they use dissolvable stitches, but we'll find out today. And it's just sticking out. It's like it hasn't quite gone away. It doesn't seem to cause him any irritation or anything. And I've been like picking it, thinking maybe it was just a pimple and I could pick it off, but it's definitely not going anywhere. So yeah, we'll bring him in, see what they say. So that's at 8:30, so we'd have to leave home about 8 o'clock just after. And it's gone 6 now, but I've got to have a shower and everything, so, and I'm not home yet. So should be enough time, but and then I don't know, we got dinner at my sister's place tomorrow because it's my little nephew's birthday. So I'll catch up with the family tomorrow afternoon. So that'll be good. So I think, yeah, a bit of quiet weekend. We did the shopping on Thursday, so don't have to go today. Oh, we got my other niece and nephew, twins, 14-year-olds, sleeping over tonight. Oh, well, they're not sleeping over. I think they're just coming for dinner now. They were sleeping over, but they're not now. They got to get up early tomorrow morning, catch a plane, so they decided no. They're going to be at the airport at 7 or something like that. And we're up early anyway. Parents could have just swing past at 5 o'clock or whatever, 5:30, and pick them up. We would have had them ready, but that's okay. But yeah, they're still coming for dinner, so we're doing pizzas on that. Can't remember the name now, but it's a. Oh, I should have turned there. Doesn't matter. We've got a gravel bike. We can go wherever we want. It's not the pellet oven that I used to have. I'm going to try and sell that. It's all it is just a hot box, I suppose, a steel enamel hot box with stones on the inside, the proper pizza stones on the inside. You just chuck it on your barbecue, so you don't need another heat source. You're just using your barbecue as a heat source. Actually, the best pizzas I did was last Saturday. We had some people around for dinner, and I just did some garlic bread pizzas, real simple ones, just 2 of them, just for starters. And when they came over, I turned the barbecue on, then we started having a few drinks and having a laugh, and forgot about it. And when I went out, it was like cooking. It was the hottest I've ever gotten it to. So I was like, oh well, pizzas are ready to go in, and I chucked them in, cooked in probably under a minute, and really nice. Like if you don't let it go in, so what I've noticed is if you only give it like 20 minutes to heat up, the base gets hot, because obviously that's where the heat is, but the top of the box does not get hot enough. So what you end up with is you're either going to end up with a base that's perfectly cooked but the topping's not melted yet or cooked properly, or if you want the toppings melted, you're going to get beautiful top but the base is going to be overcooked and burnt. So yeah, you really, it doesn't have a thermometer. It's got a thermometer, but it doesn't have temperature readout. All it is it's got like an orange bar and then a picture of a fire on the right hand side. So that's where it got up to on last Saturday, right up to the fire. So that's kind of, I was reading the instructions and it does say to do that, but it just takes a bit too long. But yeah, it takes about half an hour or so, but that's not too bad, because a normal pizza oven takes that long anyway. So yeah, let it go up to that fire. It was just from Bunnings. It was about 80 bucks, nothing special. But yeah, you don't have to have like a separate device apart from this thing, but I just keep it on the barbecue. It just stays on the barbecue anyway. You don't need more gas bottles, and you don't need to have wood hanging around. So really good. I had a heap of wood that I got for free. I sold all that for like $200, and then that's what paid for this pizza oven. So I used the wood to pay for the better pizza oven, or the simpler pizza oven. So worked out well. Yeah, so you let it heat up, and that way the bottom and the top are the right temperatures. You whack your pizza in. You got to spin it around a few times, otherwise it won't cook evenly. Yeah, so you have to just take it out with the paddle, spin it around, 90 degrees, and then put it back in. Do that 3 or 4 times over the minute and a half. Depends how much you want it cooked. And then off you go. And you kind of want to have a bit of a break between the first one coming out and the second one going in, because the second one will be ready before you're even finished eating the first one. So yeah, you got to have a break for a bit. So that's what we got tonight. So we're going to do 2. We got 4 pizzas because they're big eaters. Love their food, so do I. So yeah, I thought we'd do 4 pizzas. They're only little ones. They're not like family-sized pizzas or anything. So we've got 2 pepperoni and 2 ham pizzas. And for the base, I've been using not the base. We use these stone baked bases. You get them from Coles or Woolies or whatever. They're really good bases. But the sauce, I've been using like a basil Dolmio or basil. I can't remember the brand now. It's not Dolmio. It's something else. Pasta sauce, like the same pasta sauce that you would use to cook pasta. I've been using that on the pizza, and it just seems a little bit more mellow. Whereas if you use a pizza one, I find they're very acidic and they take over the pizza a bit too much. Whereas if you use the pasta sauce one, it just seems to mellow out a bit. It's a bit nicer in my opinion, but go use whatever you want. So yeah, 2 will be pepperoni and 2 will just have some nice Manuka honey leg ham on it. So we'll see how we go with that. And then I've also got, can't just do one thing. So I've also got, I made it yesterday, cut up some chicken tenders, just into cubes or strips or whatever they come out with. And I've got them sitting in a bowl with a bit of white vinegar, a bit of oil, a bit of herbs, a bit of salt, and that's it, I think. The vinegar tenderizes the chicken and makes it really juicy, and it's only a little bit, so you can't really taste it when you cook it. But every time I've made it, people have said, "Oh my god, that's really nice." I didn't get the rest. I just threw some things in a bowl one day, and it turned out like that. So I've been making that a few times. Couldn't even tell you the ratios. I just kind of throw it all together. So yeah, works out all right. So yeah, got that as well. Just went to look down and see if anyone was behind me in my mirror, and I don't have a mirror. We went to the shops the other night and couldn't find a mirror, but I didn't go to any bike shops because they want to charge. I've looked online. Plus the bike shop that's around here, I don't like it. They don't care. They just try and sell you whatever they've got in stock, and you go on their website and it says they've got everything in stock. You go there, it's not there, and they tell you something else. You've already done the research and know that's the one you want, and they just always try and talk you into something else. And they're expensive as well. Last time I bought a bell, they wanted $20 something for a bell. Like, not even a good fancy one, it was just a shit one off. They're probably buying it for 50 cents. So I thought, nah, I'm not going back there again. So I needed 2 bells and 2 mirrors. I needed a bell for this bike. The electric bike's got a bell and a mirror on it, no dramas. That's the one I rode most of the time. but the gravel bike and my scooter has nothing. The scooter used to have things, but I took it off the scooter to put on the e-bike. So yeah, in search of a bell, or 2 bells and 2 mirrors. And yeah, not buying it from the bike shop that we went past. So I went to Big Dub, I went to not Woolies, Big W, Kmart, Target, and Rebel Sports, and couldn't find a thing. So came home and I went, bugger it, I'm just going to have to wait for it, and I'll get it off AliExpress. And I ended up getting 2 bells for $4. And I got 3 mirrors, 3 bar mount that slide into your handlebar, and then you tighten them up. 3 of them, convex as well, for $15 delivered. So I was pretty happy with that. So they're on their way. And with AliExpress, I get 14-day delivery, 14-day guaranteed delivery apparently. So we'll put that to the test. Because I bought some earplugs about 2 months ago and I still haven't got them, but they weren't on the 14-day delivery thing. Normally the cheaper, really cheap stuff isn't. And I almost made the mistake with these bells. I saw them for like $2, and I thought, oh yeah, $2 for 2 bells, that's not bad. But it was like expected mid-January or something like that. So I was like, no, I'm not waiting that long. So yeah, found them exactly the same bell, but double the price, so $4 instead of $2 for 2 bells. So yeah, you pay a bit more, but you're going to get them in 14 days. So that's fair enough. All right, well that was pretty much all I talked about. I did it a bit more long-winded on the ride yesterday, but that was pretty much all I talked about. So good to redo that. Good to get on this bike. I'm pretty happy with it. I think rather than move the handlebars forward, I'm going to move the seat backwards. I think that's what it needs. So I might just go and play with that if I've got enough time. But yeah, that's all this bike was meant to be for. Quick little 15k run and get a bit of exercise and fresh air. And then when it's too hot, too cold, too windy, can't be bothered, you just jump on the exercise bike. So yeah, all good. Okay. We'll see you next time.